Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe with your notifications on and I'll be posting daily Teen Wolf content. Channels like Jade's Corner and Teen Wolf News inspired me to make content, and I've been a Teen Wolf fan from the very start. Now let's get right into the video. We open on Scott and Allison at the school running towards the school bus. They both got on and sat on seats opposite to each other, then Scott got up and went over to kiss her. Scott starts to shift and he tells her to get away from him and she doesn't. Then he looks around and she sees him while he's transformed and she starts to run and he catches her by the leg and pulls her and she falls down and bruises a scene all over her face. Then she kicked him away and tried to get off the bus while he throws a seat towards her direction and he catches her. Then it is revealed that this was a dream and Styles asked if he killed her and he says that he doesn't know because he woke up afterwards. Scott then told Styles that he's never had a dream like that before. Then he mentioned that he can learn how to control the shift if Derek taught him. Styles immediately dismisses this and slaps him in the head. Then they went outside and saw the school bus completely damaged and covered in blood, and they both thought that Scott killed Allison. Scott starts freaking out because he thought he killed her and he punched Jackson's locker and broke it, and he turned around and bumped into Allison. They're in class and a classmate looks outside and yelled that the cops found something, and it was a man on a stretcher that appeared to be in shock. Scott thinks that he's the one that attacked the man. Lydia, Allison, Danny and Jackson began to talk about what happened, and Danny says that he heard that it was some kind of animal attack. Lydia then suggests that Scott and Allison should hang out with her and Jackson the next night. Scott then goes to work and meets his boss Deaton. The sheriff then shows up and Scott panicked because he thought he came for him. He actually came to get stitches removed from his dog, and he showed Deaton pictures of bite marks on the guy that was attacked. The sheriff told Deaton that they found wolf hairs on the body. In the next scene, Scott goes to the hospital to give Melissa food. Scott then goes into the room the guy that was attacked was in, and he grabbed Scott and freaked out. A police car pulled up to Derek's house and he informed Dispatch that it looks vacant, and Dispatch told him to go inside and check to be sure because it's county property. The deputy is freaked out and his dog is barking. Derek is inside and he glowed his eyes at it, and this made the dog go crazy. Scott then showed up and asked for Derek's help. Derek opened the door and Scott apologized for getting him arrested. Derek said he can show him how to control the shift, and he told him to go back to the bus and use his senses to remember what happened. Styles pulls up to the school with Scott so that he can go on the bus and use his senses to remember what happened. Scott starts to remember hearing a wolf howl and shifting. Scott goes onto the bus and he's slowly remembering what happened. Styles starts honking because he saw lights nearby and Scott ran back to the car. Scott now thinks that Derek is the one who attacked the driver, and Styles says it doesn't make sense for him to remind him about it, and he also said it might be a pack initiation thing. Allison's dad told her that she's not going out tonight because an animal is out there attacking people, but Allison sneaks out anyways to go bowling with Scott, Lydia and Jackson. In the next scene, Derek's car is cornered by Allison's dad and another hunter at the gas station. One of the hunters smashed Derek's car window, then they left. Scott told Jackson that they don't have to hate each other, and Jackson said he doesn't hate Scott and he thinks he's hiding something. Derek is then seen in the hospital with the bus driver that was attacked. The driver looked up at Derek and said, "Hail, I'm sorry," and Derek asked how he knew him, then the driver passed away. In the next scene, Styles is seen climbing through Scott's window, and this scares Melissa and she nearly hit him with a baseball bat. Styles told Scott that the bus driver is dead, and Scott rushes over to Derek's house to tell him that he knows what he did. Derek said he didn't do anything. Scott said he killed him, and he also mentioned his sister, and Derek said she was missing and he came back to Beacon Hills to look for her. Derek said he found her in pieces being used as bait to catch him, and Scott said he's going to tell everyone that Derek killed them. Derek kicks him down the stairs and Scott shifts and throws Derek through the wall. Derek also transformed and they fought. Derek easily beat Scott and they both changed back to their human form. Derek said he didn't kill them, and Scott said he ruined his life and accused him of biting him, and Derek said that he didn't do it. Scott touched the wound on his chest and got a vision of what happened on the bus. Derek told him there's another werewolf in town and it's an alpha. The most dangerous of their species, and him and Scott are betas. He said that the alpha is more animal than both of them, and his sister went to Beacon Hills to look for him. He told Scott that he needs his help because he's the alpha's beta and he's the one he wants. End. Thank you all for watching.